If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so scarf joint, not taking stain, of course, and I've got a glue spot right here, 2 glue spots that I probably need to tackle with a razor blade, and there's that scratch that you could see. I thought about doing some UV resin in that crack, and I might have to go after this with some more aggressive sandpaper. I don't know what that is in the scarf joint. I just know it's not taking stain, man. So I'm gonna let it dry, and then I will hit that, and then we'll go from there. Now, I personally think that's a good looking color myself. I don't know how that's coming across the camera, but that is Canadian maple wood stain. And I've still got the scarf joint and a joint right here and 2 spots on the front of the neck that I need to figure out how to cover up. So I've sanded and sanded this again. Still won't take the stain. I'm not quite sure what is sitting in that scarf joint, but that being the case, my friends, that is what it is right now. So I guess we'll see later down the road.
If you like this kind of content, why don't you like the video? Consider subscribing to the channel. Come back anytime and hang out with us at Ted Talks Guitars and Life. And now, let's get back to it. Well, my friends, to state the obvious, you are looking at a guitar neck. This is after some coats of the Saman wood stain, Canadian maple, with a splash of, oh, spoiler alert, I just gave the die secret away, cocoa brown chocolate, and the first layer of True Coat. So, the jury is out for me at the moment. There's a couple things I do not like about this. One is I don't like this scarf joint looking so Captain Obvious. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. Do I want to look at it? I don't know. The back of the headstock has some almost black look streaks to it, which I can live with. The heel joint is super dark down here, and the middle is much lighter. I don't know if you can even tell that, man. My lighting is, it's hard to kind of see what's shaking. But yeah, you can see the real black down here. That's me. That's over sanding and whatever I'm doing. And the dark on the back of the headstock is probably the same thing. The front of the headstock, this is wet, so I'm trying not to touch it too much. But the front of the headstock, let me see if I can get you in here. Yeah, so we've still got that kind of crack looking thing right there, and we've still got the kind of glue things, and it's around the screw of the truss rod cover. Get it straight. And I'm trying. So here's what I don't know. One, should I just continue the Tru-Oil process and just rock and roll the situation as is? I have to tell you, the neck feels super good, smooth and all that, I mean. And that is in between the stains and the dye. I was doing the 3/0 steel wool secret trick, sanding, buffing as it were. Got a layer of Tru-Oil on here, as I mentioned. So I need to decide, am I going to continue to do the Tru-Oil steel wool Tru-Oil trick about 4 more times, or should I break out some primer and throw some color on here? The challenge is the only color that I have in my possession would be the chameleon green that I used on the vintage Peavey project. I don't think that headstock would match. I do have some black stain if I wanted to try to get this even darker or go completely to black, although you're still going to see this because I can't get down on this enough on the scarf joint to where that's taking stain. I don't know what kind of glue that is or what they use, but dang. I have some burnt orange. I can't see doing that. So yeah, I am thinking I may have. Let me look. You guys mind if I look? I may have. Nope. All I have is primer that's black. I don't have any. I thought maybe I might have a can of black rattle can. So I'm giving this some thought. The other thought I was having is that instead of Tru-Oil, actually go clear coat on this. I'm also thinking about whether or not I'm going to clear coat the body or if I'm just going to go with the Tru-Oil. I've got about, so I don't know, we'll call it 4 applications of Tru-Oil on the body, and this is just the first on the neck. So I don't know, guys. I am contemplating. Hey, put it in the comments, man. What do you think? You think we rock this situation as is? Would you paint it black? What would you do? Is there a way to get this scarf joint where it'll take stain? Maybe I just need to get like super aggressive and just, man, I don't mind doing that, but you guys who hang on the channel have seen me jack a guitar up before, so I'm not really scared about it. I could just really get the sanding on that and get that out. I mean, I think it's nice that there's a scarf joint. I don't mind being reminded that there's a scarf joint, but I just don't like that look, man. So maybe I'll do a little bit of research, and maybe I'll have all this figured out by the time this vid airs. I kind of do things behind the comments. So what I mean to say is the vids are posted and scheduled to come out, but you aren't going to see those for another week. So I would appreciate it though, even though this project will be probably close to done before you see this vid, still put it in the comments, guys, how you would approach this, because that'll only help me the next time around. And I do think there will be another single cut kit in my life down the road. So yeah. Anyway, first time doing this stuff. Not my first guitar neck, as those of you who hang on the channel know. But First time with this scarf joint chaos. The SG repair. I really had to, man, I had to sand and sand and sand and sand to get that down to where I could get anything to cover it as well. But that was a case of a broken neck that I repaired, and then I sanded down to the point where I got the scarf joint. So I don't know. These are things that I'm thinking about, man. What are you thinking about, man? What's your next guitar project? Put it in the comments, man. Let's hear from you. What you working on? What you got going on, Jack? All right, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Okay, so this is a mishmash of all different kinds of things that I've thrown at this guitar neck. And again, you can, I don't know how that looks to you in the camera. So what is this? Well, this is a bit of Saman Canadian maple wood stain. It is also a bit of Minwax Gunstock 231, and it is a bit of the cocoa brown dye that I used on the body of the guitar as well. And I've got a coat and a half of Tru-Oil on here, so we're not quite done with it yet. From here I need to let this dry some more. I need to hit it with some steel wool and do the Tru-Oil thing, probably, since I messed with the color, probably 4 more times, somewhere in there. And then once I get the Tru-Oil where I want it, and the shine, the finish, and the feel where I want it, I will hit it with the feed and wax. It's just the way I treat my guitar necks is Tru-Oil, fine sanded about 2,000, 2,500, and then I hit that bad boy with some Howard feed and wax. So that is the journey, just an update on where we are with the neck. The adventures continue, and hopefully in the next video that you see that's about this neck, we will connect it to the body and get on down the road. Jack, thanks for hanging out with me. Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your bad selves, everybody. We'll catch you down the road.